Hello, Dharma Circle. Happy June. June is going to feel so nourishing compared to the last several months that we've had of challenging transits. So let's dive in and talk about what's going on for the month ahead. We spend most of June with 3 planets in their own signs. And when we have planets navigating their own signs, they're balanced, they're harmonized, they feel very content. So you'll likely feel that shift this month, especially since it's been so tumultuous over the last several months. And Mars has been going through a lot of challenges over the last several weeks. And now he's jumped into his own sign of Aries and he's really happy. So for those of us who are ruled by Mars, if Mars is your ruling planet, this is going to feel really nourishing and supportive for you especially. So Mars goes into his own sign of Aries on the 1st. Venus goes into Gemini on the 12th, but spends the first half of the month in its own sign. And when Venus is in its own sign, life feels very good, gentle, nourishing, and supportive. So enjoy that for the first half of the month. And then we have Mercury going into Gemini on the 14th. And so the mind becomes much more balanced and harmonized and clear and sharp. So that's a welcome change as well, considering we've had to go through some challenges with Mercury over the last several months as well. And then Mercury will go into Cancer at the very end of the month. Here's what you need to know about June. For the majority of June, whether it's in Taurus or Gemini, we are going through heated combustion. That means that the sun is colliding with other planets in very close proximity, and it heats or scorches these planets. And when a planet gets scorched, it's like having sunburn, and it's it's painful. It can be aggravating and frustrating. So for the first portion of the month, 4 planets are colliding in Taurus at the time of the new moon on June 6th. And we have Sun, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury all in Taurus. And this is causing heat, pressure. It can be even exhaustion or overwhelm that comes in. So be mindful of that, because relationships are especially needing extra TLC. You may feel more anxious, overstimulated, or overwhelmed as well. So we need to take care of the mind and the body as well. But Venus is at least in its own sign, Mars is in his own sign, and we have that nourishing support of Jupiter in Taurus, at least giving some gentleness to this very heated combination of planets. And then we have a new moon in Rohini Nakshatra in Taurus on June 6th, and this really highlights what's happening in Taurus and supports an immense amount of creativity and nourishment. And also the connection with relationships is really strong at this time as well. So enjoy this creativity and the nourishment, abundance, and support that comes with this Rohini new moon. It's a very gentle new moon, and there may be a lot of ideas, creativity, excitement, and possibility stirring for you. Just remember to take action and don't delay. As we move into the second half of the month, we still have that helpful support of Mars in his own sign. And Mercury will move into Gemini, his own sign as well. And so that's a really nice, supportive, balanced, harmonizing effect that we get with action-taking Mars and the mental body, the mind, thoughts from Mercury. We still have a tight conjunction though later in the month, and it's not in Taurus, it actually moves into Gemini. So the combination of planets breaks apart in Taurus, and then we have this move into Gemini. So Sun, Venus, and Mercury will end up in Gemini, and we still have combustion going on. So the Sun is causing heat, pressure, and activation with his fiery input on Venus and Mercury. So relationships, mind, connection, co-creation, it's all being influenced by that heat of the Sun. Mind will be very sharp with this combination. So just watch for being overly critical, overthinking, overdoing, eating green foods, walking in the woods, spending time in your garden, enjoying nature and the wisdom of plants. Very helpful when we need to balance the mind, Mercury, and increase life force energy, calm the heat in the mind. The June full moon is in Sagittarius and Mula Nakshatra. This gets interesting. This is on June 21st. And the June full moon in Mula Nakshatra, this is a Gandanta point in the zodiac between water and fire. So Scorpio, water, Sagittarius, fire. And whenever we have planets going through a Gandanta like this, it's an uprooting on the psycho-emotional body level. So the moon is navigating this very tricky Gandanta, notorious for uprooting. It's ruled by the dark goddess Nriti, who causes adharma. So we want to stay really close to our Dharma at this time. We want to make sure that we're not self-sabotaging, destroying our success, our momentum, and be mindful of the actions and the choices you make. Choose Dharma, choose alignment and harmony, nourishment, that which honors your wholeness. It's very important in this cycle ahead to make right choices, take right action, and do that which is nourishing to mind, body, soul, and spirit. This is the path of Dharma. You can still join us in the Inner Light Jyotish Summit. I've gathered 14 very special female Jyotishis together this week to share guidance, wisdom, and Vedic astrology insights for your Dharmic path. You can still join us and receive the recordings of this really special online event. The link is in my profile, and you can join us there and follow along with these special classes, all this wisdom, and have access to the recordings. Have a wonderful, nourishing month ahead. I hope to see you in the Inner Light Jyotish Summit, and I will see you soon. Bye.